Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of D313XP, episode 30. This is your boy DC1. Got my guy Breed in the building, holding it down for Nomas J and on 16 as well, man. Have a late start today. It's gonna be a short show. It's not gonna be long because I know everybody's in bed, and stuff like that. So Breed, man, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling, brother?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Just coming from the Pistons game, tough loss, but hey, man, I'm still positive no matter what. So, but I'm good. I'm good.
Man, absolutely, man. Listen, let's go ahead and get the show started, man. We got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it right quick, man. Pistons continue on this losing streak, and they lost 21 in a row. They played against the Philadelphia 76ers, won a back-to-back home and home series, which they do go to Philly on Friday at Philly. Pistons lose again, which 21 straight losses. They're 5 losses away of tying the record for the NBA, and 6 games away of breaking that record. So, yeah, it continues, man. It's not having nights today, against the Sixers, man. It was a no chance. I mean, Joel Embiid is out there. He was just bullying people. He had 30 points in the first half. I mean, he was just bullying them, man. I mean, not having Duran out, we already was thin on front as far as our center position. Not having Duran out there, not having Marvin Bagley out there. It asked Isaiah Stewart and Wiseman to step up, and they just had no answer for him. I mean, a lot of people didn't have an answer for Embiid. And Wiseman got fouled out. Stu got ejected, but yeah, it's not gonna get no better, man. I mean, as far as with this losing streak, man, we're very thin, man. Up front, it's like I can see the effort the guys are trying, but again, it's just what it is, man. The Pistons, they fourth quarter woes, turnovers, guys not paying attention to details. It's continuing. So Bree, man. So I knew you was at the game, man. I'm quite sure you left early, of course, because it was.
Nah, I stayed the whole game.
But it was. So Bree, man, the floor is yours about the Pistons, man.
Well, I will say this. Even throughout this whole losing streak, I gotta commend this team for still going out there and just even throughout this losing streak, they trying to play as hard as they can and even being undermanned and stuff like that. So I commend them for that. I mean, it's nothing else they can do. I mean, like you said, with the injuries, the Duran and Bagley, they're very thin up front. And it's only so much. I mean, and then when the 2 guys you have out there is fouled out and get thrown out of the game, it's nothing else you can do. Like, you putting guys in there, you putting a lot of guys in there that's out of position, and they've never played position like that. You got Kevin Knox playing center. You have Isaiah Stewart playing center. A lot of these guys are out of position, but it's nothing else they can do because there's so many injuries. You have to try something new. And during this whole losing streak, it's just, man, throughout everything, the Pistons, they just got to keep their heads up high, man. It's something that you can't think about, and it's hard. But with it being 21 straight losses, And honestly, as you know, you got the schedule up there.
Yes, sir.
I don't see any team they could beat the rest of this year. I just don't see it. Maybe the closest you could probably say is maybe the Utah Jazz. Maybe.
Yeah.
And that's just a small maybe. But I just don't see it, man. I see them finishing the rest of the year still on that losing streak. I don't see them win. I would probably say the closest they could probably get a win would probably be against San Antonio. Maybe.
Well, we thought that when we played the Wizards and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
And look what that turned out. I mean, at the time we played the Washington Wizards and we was tied with the Wizards for the worst record in the league. Not just the Eastern Conference, in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost to them by double digits. Then shortly after you play, like last week, played Memphis Grizzlies, a team they was dealing with a lot of injuries, missed a lot of players, and we lost to them by double digits.
Yep.
It's I'm really looking at this schedule with this Pistons. Where can I could see this win? I mean, I don't even know about Utah. I really don't know about Utah. I really don't. Like I said, we could bank on them losing to Philly again. We could bank on losing to Milwaukee. Atlanta, you know, I mean, they're gonna play hard against Atlanta, but I just don't see it. Some people think Pistons can sneak one in Brooklyn. I just don't see it.
No.
I just don't see it. And then on top of that, you know, you got Toronto coming to town. You got Boston. You go to Boston. I really, and then after the year, you got to go on the West Coast on New Year's Day. You got to go Houston, at Utah, at Golden State, at Denver, before you come home for Sacramento and you for San Antonio. Some people say San Antonio's is on a losing streak, and I believe they lost again today.
Mm-hmm.
So they on the 18-game losing streak. So it's really tough, man. This Pistons team,
and I gotta say this too, man. And none of these teams want to be the team to lose to the Pistons, because that's going to be even more embarrassing. The team that actually lose to them, so they don't want to be that team to where, oh man, they got beat by the Pistons. They're going to be the laughing stock of the league, because you know ESPN and all these networks is going to clown whatever team the Pistons do beat. They're going to do it regardless. So a lot of these teams going to play hard, and they don't want to lose against them. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And then with injury issues and being outmanned and outmatched, it's going to be difficult for them. It's going to be very difficult. And with the stuff that, you know, what Monty is going through, not only just with this team, but in his personal life with his wife and everything, it's got to be very tough on him.
Yeah,
very tough.
Yeah, very tough. Because you know, he you know, and if he kills me, people, you know, you hear all the bull crap about, oh, Monty Williams is not a good coach. You should go ahead and fire him. This is third. You know, all the bull crap. You know, I like you said, I don't listen to the naysayers talking. I don't talking that crap. I don't. You want to say anything about Troy Weaver? You want to say anything about Tom Gores? You go ahead. I mean, I said my piece about Troy Weaver. You know, I'm not about to go. You know, I'm about to go back and forth. I said what I said about Troy Weaver. You know, in the beginning, we first came around, I didn't like the stuff that he did for us, but you know, and then I started to get to, you know, okay, I see what he was doing for us drafting these players. That he's drafting well with the players. It's not the issue. It's just the things, the trades, and the free agents. It's been a lot of questionable decisions when it comes down to that. You know, and I understand you want to restore, you know, to start from scratch, you know, but you also too, you have to have a winning product. You haven't have a winning product since you became a GM here. You know, it's just it's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable.
Very.
So I mean, I say what I said about Troy Weaver. I mean, some people can take it, some people will like it, some people, you know, could say, "Oh no, you being too harsh on Troy Weaver," and this is third. I let people, I let you know, people come with, you know, say what, you know, have their opinions about Troy Weaver. Same with Tom Gores. It just Art tell him. It is what it is. It just is at this point now. The Pistons look worse than what they looked last year, and this is when they won 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they look worse. And people want to call for Dwayne Casey. He was a terrible coach. This is third. I'm not saying Monty Williams is a good coach, but fans need to stop with this whole fire Monty Williams. It starts from up top. It's saying what people want to call out and talking about Yandango, Brad Holmes. Oh, Brad Holmes is not doing this. He's not doing that, and all this third. You're so quick to hop on with Brad Holmes didn't do, and this third. How about y'all seek that same energy when it comes to Troy Weaver?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
That's all I'm saying, man. But at this point, man, you know you know, it's just not gonna get it's not gonna get no better. And I think they're gonna have to do something, man.
Yeah, and even in the crowd, I was hearing some stuff in the crowd tonight about this team sucks. They need to sell the team and all that. I've been hearing that throughout all these home games. This crowd over here talking about sell the team, fire Troy Weaver, fire Monty Williams. You know, just I've even heard the crowd even say, y'all need to move the team out of Detroit and move it somewhere else, which I think is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it just those are the type of things that upset me. And it's like, okay, we just left Auburn Hills to come in the city. Now all of a sudden you wanted to move to another state. Like, no, I don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's really sad, Breed. It's really sad, but you know,
and they did a good job on Tyrese Maxey too. It's just Embiid and Melton and Kelly Oubre. Those were the guys who hurt us. But Maxey, they did a good containment of Tyrese Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just the other guys. It just tells you how deep the Sixers team really is.
Absolutely, man. And look at with Philly, you know, I mean, of course, you know, B finished the game with 41 points. I mean, you know, he didn't play in the fourth quarter, obviously, because the game was out of reach. Tobias with 21. He had 21 points. Former Piston, DeAnthony Melton with 10. Maxey only had 9 points, but that didn't, you know, it didn't really need him as much. And, you know, Kelly Oubre was 17. You know, rest of the guys, you know, with single digits, you know, with Marcus Morris and Covington and Paul Reed and them. So it didn't really, you know, he just dominated it the whole entire game, man. He just the whole entire, especially in the first half. They just had no answer. So the Pistons, Asar had 10 points. Boyan, he was a bright spot. You know, he was knocking down shots. I believe he went 5 for 9, 5 for 10 for three. Still, he just didn't have he didn't have it tonight. Only finished with 4 points. You know, of course, he got ejected. Which is so crazy about the ejection, man. And you know, with Patrick Beverly, man.
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
what Patrick Beverly? He's the agitator, man.
Yeah.
He's the agitator. He will get under you like crazy, and he got to Isaiah Stewart. He
Mhm.
got to him. You know, I mean, do I like? I don't think it should have been a flagrant two, but the letter of the law and the rules. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think me personally, I think it should have been a flagrant one, but you know. They call it a flagrant two about the rules. You know, Isaiah Stewart. I think it was just more of the frustration.
Absolutely.
It was more of the frustration. So
Yeah. Just not playing well, and just that can get you. And then when you get blown out like that too,
mhm.
it can get you, and it can be embarrassing.
Yep.
A home crowd is calling you out and everything like that. It can take a toll on.
Yeah, absolutely. Kay Cunningham, 21 points. Let's see. Wiseman, you know, the 6 fouls he got 10 points for the time he was out there, but he B was just taking him to
Yeah.
school. Like
And one thing I gotta give credit to Wiseman for is that he played hard. He played hard out there. He tried to defend. He tried to do whatever he could out there with Embiid. Embiid is just on a different level. I mean, he's the reigning MVP. So he's gonna go out there and do what he's doing.
mhm.
But I gotta commend Wiseman for going out there and playing hard, and trying to just battle out there. I gotta give him, even though he did foul out, but he wasn't no slouch out there tonight.
No, no, he did it. He did his thing today, man. You know, he tried. It just and B it was just too much. The B was just too much. So yeah, it's
Yeah, they need to they need to sign a big guy, man. They need to see what's out there in free agency, and they just need to see who hasn't been on a team or anything like that, and they gotta just get some kind of help out here,
yeah,
because when you have all your big guys that's hurt, or majority of them are hurt, you have to do something. There's a lot.
yep,
There's still a lot of big guys out there that are still free agents and don't even have a team, like Hassan Whiteside, Dwight Howard, or guys like that. You got to get something out there.
absolutely, absolutely. Let's just take a look at the other scores around the NBA. Um, Currently, right now, the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks look like Milwaukee Bucks are going to close this. Oh, Giannis Antetokounmpo with 58 points, 14 rebounds. Ooh,
Pete,
wait,
wow.
yeah, 58 points.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton with 22.
Shout out to his brother for the promo video too. So shout out to Alex on that. Gotta.
Oh yeah, shout out, give it a little shout out to him. Uh
Mhm.
oh,
Oh no, Knicks are
oh no,
losing.
they losing in the third quarter.
Oh no.
Oh no, Julius Randle with 30 points.
Uh-oh. Can't blame
What?
that on them.
Nope. It's 89-84 in the third quarter, end of the third quarter. Phoenix and Brooklyn, end of the third quarter, 88-86.
Mm.
Cam Johnson with 15 points. Devin Booker with 26 and 10. He has a double-double already. Your finals today, there's another team, the Washington Wizards.
Mm.
They've been on a losing streak. Pelicans beat them 142 to 122. Obviously, Sixers, Pistons. The Atlanta Hawks and the Toronto Raptors. That was a pretty much a back and forth game. Atlanta loses to the Raptors. They Trey Young with 35 points and 17 assists.
He actually passed the ball. That's right.
Yeah. And Pascal Siakam with 33 and 7. The Miami Heat beat the Charlotte Hornets 115-104. Terry Rozier with 28, 3 and 7. Jimmy Butler with 15 and 10 and 6 rebounds, almost a triple double.
Miami coming along.
They're coming along. And it's another team with a losing streak. The San Antonio Spurs are the 18 game losing streak. They play a very close game against the Los Angeles Fakers. 122-119. Anthony Davis with 37 and 10. Victor Wembanyama with 30 and 13. That was a back and forth game. Yeah. San Antonio couldn't. That would have been interesting if the San Antonio would have beat the Lakers. Oh man, that would have been the talk of the town.
Oh yeah, that would have been crazy.
And then the last final, the Houston Rockets wins against the Memphis Grizzlies. Jared Jackson with 44 points.
Wow.
44.7 rebounds, 2 assists. Tari Eason with 25 and 14 rebounds. Yeah, so those are the final scores of the day. And it looks like it's going to be another final score. Milwaukee's going to take care of business against the Indiana 61 points. And this Pistons team got to play this guy. Yeah.
Him and Daddy.
Yeah. Yep.
Good luck.
Not good. Not good.
Watching the game, I'll be at the Lions game, so
yeah.
Probably
well,
I have to be there.
Well, it's gonna be interesting, man. This is gonna be interesting. So let's see. Like I said, just we're gonna switch it over to the topics, man. I think we had another Pistons talk, man. We got to talk about it. Detroit Lions. We do a recap. The Lions did lose to the Chicago Bears. It was Jared Goff had a terrible game. Lions just could not get nothing going in the second half. The play calling was terrible. Jared Goff and cold weathers cannot get it done. Lions just could not. They just did not have an answer for Justin Fields. Just don't know what it is. When it comes down, we play against other mobile quarterbacks. We just do not have an answer to contain mobile quarterbacks for some odd reason. The Lions, they're 2-2 in the division now. They split with the Bears. They split with Green Bay. We still got to play Minnesota twice. So, Bree, I know you watched the. I know you watched the game. And what was your feelings about that Lions Bears game, man? What needs to be addressed?
Well, first off, the game was embarrassing. It was just embarrassing. You can't, and this team, the Bears, they've been waiting on this game. They was prepared from the last time they played each other. They was looking to redeem themselves anyway. But, like you said, for some reason, they don't know what to do with mobile quarterbacks. And that's all they have left throughout the rest of the season are mobile quarterbacks. So it's going to be crazy. The offense just did not have a good game plan. It was too conservative, way too conservative. Goff was acting like he didn't even want to run. It's just, I don't know why. He's not a mobile quarterback at all. And it seemed like when guys are chasing him, he just want to throw the ball to the ground like, hey, I give up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it seemed like. It was just not a good game plan, too conservative, and just a lot of broken plays on defense. A lot. The fourth and 15 play, I think, cost us the game when DJ Moore had that touchdown. That was a penalty on Hutch. But at the same time, I'm thinking, why would you blitz on a 4th and 15? Why? I don't get that. And you don't have a safety out there. Like it just baffles me. The play calling was just not good that game. And they just need to reevaluate. It just wasn't a good game. It was, and I'm not even going to have cold weather as a factor in that. They just lost that game. Period. The game plan was just not there, and they just need to retool themselves. And these players got to get better. And Hutch needs some help. Hutch needs some help in that pass rush. He can't do it all himself. He's getting double teamed, and you can see as you looking at it on the sidelines, he was gassed. He was tired. He was exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole defense was just exhausted. They was on the field too long.
Yeah.
Too long. And Ben Johnson got to stop being conservative, and he has to just do what he has to do. These trick plays and stuff, it doesn't really mean nothing if you can't score touchdowns.
Absolutely.
So you can't. And then you have to get J-Mo more involved in there.
I was just, that was the next thing I was gonna bring up. You got to get you gotta get J-Mo involved in the offense more. You can't sit up here, put him here in this play, put him here in this, and you gotta get him get him involved a little more. It's just the simple fact is that Ben Johnson, he wanted to try to establish the run, this, the third, and all that, but you got to stretch the field. You got to get J-Mo opportunity. Golf got to go get the ball there. We know Golf, he doesn't have the greatest deep ball out there, but you got to take chances. You got to utilize, J-Mo. You got to take the top out of the defense. You got to give him an opportunity. Open up stretch the field out. And that is the thing with this, Ben Johnson, with this whole conservative, you want to go these screens and these short passes and stuff. You got to stretch it. Go downfield. This is what we got. We drafted J-Mo because a guy that could take the top off of defense with his speed. He got some, give him the opportunity. Open it up. You can't just say, hey, we're gonna go these slant passes. We're gonna go, we're dumping off and then let you get yards after the catch. You gotta stretch it out. Like I said, the play calling was terrible. Ben Johnson has to do better. And which I listened to, shout out to King, man. He did a video and I had a conversation with him not too long ago. And it's the play calling, like you said, was atrocious. And on top of that, too, people want to sit up here and want to keep it. In Nomas, they brought up, shout out to Nomas. People want to bring up Aaron Glenn. When it comes to defense, they want to call him out. They want him fired. But y'all don't say anything when it comes down to Ben Johnson with his offensive play call. Y'all don't go around telling him, oh, you should fire Ben Johnson, or you should. Every time when it comes to the defense and doesn't look right, you want to call out Aaron Glenn out. You're not keeping that same energy when you're calling out Ben Johnson. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's like, you're not doing that. Oh, you don't say nothing when it comes to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson lately has been the play calling has been terrible. It's been atrocious. It's what it is. Ben Johnson has to be a better play calling than that, man. You have to be better.
Has to.
Aaron Glenn, the people that say Aaron Glenn, he can only do so much on the defensive side. He's only could do so much. I wish would people stop calling out Aaron Glenn. He doesn't have enough out there. He doesn't have enough to work with the defense. We don't have nobody that can help alongside with Aiden Hutchinson in the pass rush. That's why we get guys in the back end getting torched.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Philadelphia Eagles, they couldn't get pressured, and their secondary is getting torched. On top of it, they got older players in the back end.
Yeah. And that's another thing that gets me. And I'm glad you brought the Eagles up, because people don't say anything about them when they lose and their struggles. It's only when the Lions do. It's only when the Lions lose, people want to say something on it. It's not when the Eagles lose. It's not when the 49ers lose. It's not all these other teams that lose. It's always the Lions.
Yeah.
Always. And it happens every time. Like, and I'm with you. I get sick and tired of people talking about Aaron Glenn should go. Aaron Glenn should go. But then when he has a good defensive game, he's the savior.
Yeah.
We lucky to have him. We this. But it's just it's only when you have injuries. People still don't understand. This team got injuries on defense. We still don't have CJ.
And speaking of CJ, he's supposed to be, the reports that he's supposed to be returning. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. But again, even with him supposed to be returning, we still need a pass rush. At the end of the day, we still need a pass rush. We still need guys that's going to help Aiden Hutchinson. We still guys that can get to the quarterback. You know, this game against the Bears. We definitely should have won that game. We definitely should have won that game. If we haven't turned the ball over, let Jared Goff with 2 interceptions. You know, that's uncharacteristic. Jared Goff has been turning the ball over lately. You know what it is? If Jared Goff has not been good these last few games, he's been holding the ball too long. He's not the guy that can run. You know what I'm saying? He's not a guy. You gotta have so much protection to, your offense line has to be. Now having Frank Ragnow was a huge, because he wasn't there this past game. So we don't know if he's going to be there this week, you know what I'm saying, for Saturday's game. But hopefully we get Ragnow, because the simple fact is we need him. You know, and absolutely. Jared Goff has just had to quit holding on to the ball too long.
Yeah, I agree with that. And they have to trust their pass game. And I understand if you have the run game, you want to establish the run game, but you have to have more faith in your pass game. You have to. And I understand, and you know, when you're doing a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, majority of the time they run the ball. I understand you got Dave Montgomery can run and stuff, but you have to have more trust in your pass game to convert a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Like you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they want to run the ball. Like, you don't want to be the team that everybody knows what you're going to do.
Yep.
You got to just switch it up. You have to. And they have to get more people involved. You know, the J-Mos, the Jahmyr Gibbs, that Josh Reynolds. They have to, Khalif Raymond. They got to get all these guys involved in this offense.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Laporta has played very well this season.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got it. This offense is too talented for it to be this bad right now. It's too talented, and you got to take advantage of it. Now you hearing people saying, "Well, they should bench Goff and put in Hendon Hooker or Teddy Bridgewater." Uh,
What? First of all, with the Hendon Hooker, man, that just cut the noise right there. We ain't nobody put no Hendon Hooker. The man just recovering from a torn ACL. We're not putting no Hendon Hooker in. He needs time. You know, he got the whole next season. So the whole Hendon Hooker thing, people need to stop with the noise with that right now. That's just what it is. Stop it. Um, Teddy Bridgewater, same. You know, just stop it. You know, I just pray for Jared Goff doesn't get hurt to the point that we have to put in Teddy Bridgewater in. But and again, let's just cut off with the noise. That's just a bunch of BS and people just saying so. Jared Goff is our starting quarterback until otherwise. And just leave it. I'm leaving it, and that's that. But yeah, Breed, man. You know,
gotcha.
Lions. This is the one the Lions should at least should have won. You should have won this game. I know, and it really the Bears. You really should have. Bears had the opportunity to beat the Lions. When they was here in Ford Field.
Yeah, they should have won both games.
Yeah,
they should have won both games.
Yeah,
it's just they were just inexperienced. They thought they had the game in the bag, and they underestimated this Lions team, and that's what cost them.
Yep.
And they learned from that mistake. This game, they learned from. You know, even and I even got to say this: the Bears play calling wasn't all that good either.
No,
if you really want to be technical with it, it wasn't, because there was some plays they run. I was like, what the hell are they running? Like, what are they doing? But they lucked out at it, and they adjusted. Something that this Lions team need to work on. They need to work on adjustments. They do.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole coaching staff.
Absolutely. They definitely need to work on it. So they said you had to move forward from it. They got a big game coming up. Speaking of that, the Lions play the Denver Broncos this Saturday night on NFL Network. If you don't have NFL Network, I'm quite sure that Fox or somebody gonna televise the game if you don't have NFL Network. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you don't have NFL Network. But just saying,
Amazon Prime, Fire Sticks, I'm pretty sure you can find it, or they might have it on local TV.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So yeah, so it's Lions, Broncos. Definitely got to talk about it. Definitely got to trying to get this thing off of here. But yeah,
another global quarterback. We got to deal.
What? Well, so Broncos. So the Denver Broncos. We thought early in this. Where the Broncos was a disaster in the beginning of the season, especially including the giving up the 70 points to the Miami Dolphins early in the season. Denver has pretty much they had turned it around. They've been on a little winning streak. I know they just came off a win against the LA Chargers, which my prayers will go up to Justin Herbert. Which he is out for the rest of the season. For praying for a speedy recovery from Chargers. Pretty much just a lost season for him. At this point, Brandon Staley, he's going to be gone as head coach. We might as well just say. But the Chargers, the Broncos took care of business against their rivals. Broncos are 7-6, man. Their defense has been better. The defense has picked it up ever since that 70-point debacle. The points they gave up, man, their defense has been pretty better. So this is one of those games that you thought Lions should easily win this game, but Denver has been playing very well. But Russell Wilson Um, his stats, still not all that great, but their defense has picked up. Their defense has stepped up. So, Bree, what what is the Lions' game plan to contain Russ and keep this Broncos offense out? Keep them off the field and also keep their defense on the field.
I think they got to go right. Defense got to go right at Russ. They got to make him feel uncomfortable. They can't. They can't let what Justin Fields did to him. They can't make him mobile. They got to make him uncomfortable. He's a veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback. So he's pretty much seen all defense. But you got to just make him uncomfortable. And also, you cannot get beat by their fast wide receivers. You can't. Judy, Cortland Sutton, all these guys are burners. You can't get beat by them. You have to stay on it. And they got a decent run game. And they got decent defense too. You know what I'm saying? With Surtain and all of these guys. It's just, man, you got to own the ball, possession of the ball with these guys. Because Denver has gotten better. They're hungry. They're trying to fight for a playoff position. So they're going to come ready to play at his prime time. So they got something to prove. But they have to control the line of scrimmage. And they can't be conservative, especially with this Denver Broncos defense. They can't. They can't. And they just got it. Like I said, just have J-Mo more involved. Be established. Get Montgomery and Gibbs going. And just Goff just has to play a better game. You got to get that Chicago game out your mind. Just concentrate on Denver. They concentrate on Denver and the X's and O's and everything, then hey, they should be fine. They should come out with a victory. If they don't come out with a victory, it's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be trouble. That's how I look. That's how I look at the keys in winning against Denver, and use the crowd as your advantage. Use the crowd. So that's how I look at it.
Everything you said, it was very valid. The Lions, what they need to do is easy said to be done. They need to get pressure on Russell Wilson. They need to keep him in the pocket. I know Russ is not the Russ that can scramble like he used to, but he can run when he has to.
Mm-hmm.
If they can able to keep him in the pocket, get more pressure, you generate some pressure on him, and you have the opportunity to win this game. But you cannot, I'm going to reiterate this, you cannot have too many setbacks. When I say setbacks, when I talk about penalties, the drive killers, you got to score touchdowns. You got to score. When you get in that red zone, score touchdowns, Lions. When you're on defense, get some pressure on them. Attack. Don't commit silly fouls, because you do those, Denver are going to take advantage of the opportunities to win this game. They're going to take advantage. You got to get the Russ. Make him uncomfortable, because he can get uncomfortable. Remember, Russ is up in the he's 34, 35 years old. He ain't the quarterback like he used to be in Seattle. You got to get pressure on him. And unfortunately, we have not got pressure on quarterbacks late. And on top of that, too, we getting these drive killers, man. We gotta quit turning the ball over. Jared Goff has to take care of the football. Um, yeah, especially him. He got to take care of the football. You got to make smart decisions. You got to quit holding on the ball too long. So, Lions got to do is to go out and take care of business. It's going to be a close game because Denver is fighting to their spot. And remember, too, now, not just Denver is trying to fight for a wild card. Denver is actually trying to for their division because they're only one game behind Kansas City.
That's right.
Kansas City just lost to the Buffalo Bills. And when Kansas City loses another game and Denver was to win, Denver might win their division. I know they split with Kansas City. I know they split. You know, Kansas City won the first matchup and Denver won the second matchup or something like that. But this is a big game for both teams. This is a big game for the Lions because the simple fact you got to win this game to stay ahead for our division. If we want to win this division, first time in 30 years, this is a game that you should need to go and take care of. You need to take care of this. You need this win because you're after this. Your next two road games is Minnesota and Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take care of this win. You need to take care of this. You can't overlook Denver. They're playing for something. We're playing for something. We have an opportunity to clinch a playoff berth Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
We have the opportunity. Speaking of playoff berths. Let's see.
Yeah, and as you bringing that up too, I want to bring this up as well. That they have to improve on to win this game. They can't have any broken tackles. They can't. They had a lot of wasted tackles against the Bears last game.
No,
they have to tackle. They can't, have any broken tackles. They can't do that. They have to tackle this team.
Absolutely. Poor tackling is not going to get. It's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it down. All right. So the playoff scenarios, the Lions, of course, the Lions are 9-4. First postseason, appearance. Looking for their postseason appearance is 2016. So the only one team in the way, San Fran, which already clinched their playoff. Lions, so they're the scenarios, and there's 7 of them with win over the Broncos. 1 Lions win plus the Vikings loss or tie, and the Seattle loss or tie. Lions win in the Packers loss or tie. Seattle lost in the tie. Lions win, Rams lost tie, and Seattle lost tie. Lions win plus a Vikings lost a tie, Buccaneers lost a tie, Rams lost a tie. Lions win, Vikings lost a tie, Falcons lost a tie, Rams lost a tie. Lions, Falcons, Packers, Rams lost a tie, and Lions, Packers, Bucks tie, Rams tie. So there you have it. So the Lions pretty much need a win plus a Minnesota loss or Seattle. They pretty much need 2 losses or a tie for those teams. They clinch a playoff berth. Yeah. So they need those to get it. Here's Vikings play the Bengals, which that's a afternoon game. I believe that's the first game or the second game of the triple header that's on Saturday. Vikings and Bengals. Buccaneers and Packers play. Falcons and Panthers. Commanders and Rams. And Eagles and Seahawks. That's a Monday nighter. So
a good game.
Definitely it's going to be. Now, put us up. They said 9 scenarios at the line. Now it's interesting. Then got to say this, which we don't think is going to happen. If it's a tie, if the Lions and the Broncos tie, so if the Lions tie, they need a Tampa loss, Seattle loss, and a Rams loss. You need Green Bay, Seattle, Rams loss. You need a Rams loss, Seattle loss, Atlanta loss, Rams. The whole it's crazy.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we're not gonna get no tie, but these are the ties, whatever. But I just don't think it's gonna. This is so crazy if they will tie. But like I said, these are games that important for both teams. So Denver's trying to fight for playoff position, and Lions are definitely trying to clinch a playoff spot. So if we can go out and take care of business against the Denver Broncos, and then we're looking forward to going to play at Minnesota. If we could go and take care of business against Minnesota, pretty much we can lock up the division. Pretty much lock up the division. So, yeah, man, it's very.
I think the idea is basically to just win these 2 games, and then you got the division locked up.
Yep,
that's how you got to just look at it. Now, if the Vikings lose their game this week, that'll be a plus, but you still got to beat them in Minnesota, regardless.
Yep. Yep. So we still play Minnesota.
Green Bay does as well. So
yep. But definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on it. Was when for those games on Saturday. Like you said, the Vikings is one of those games that they play. Like you said, it's the first game or second game for that triple header on Saturday. So the Lions definitely will be keeping an eye on that. Us Lions fans, we'll be rooting for the Bengals to beat them. I'm quite sure the Bengals, they're trying to fight to keep a playoff spot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in the NFL. So their guys are still jockeying for playoff position. So
absolutely.
Look at the standings. Yep. Look at the standings, NFC East, Eagles, I know they'll be fine. They'll just have to get themselves together and get them to, they just got to get back to basics, man. They'll be fine. Cowboys, they both tied 10-3. Who cares about the Giants and Commanders? 49ers, of course, Rams, Seahawks, they still fight for playoff position. NFC North, Lions, Vikings, Packers, trying to fight for playoff position. The NFC South, who cares about Carolina? All these 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Somebody got to win that division.
Somebody do.
Somebody's gonna go in the playoffs. Somebody's got to win it. Could it be the Saints? Could it be the Falcons? Could Tampa Bay go back like they did last year with a losing record? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it could. So
I want to say it's probably going to be the Falcons, depending on how healthy they are. But at the same time, I have no faith in Desmond Ridder. I don't. I don't have any faith in him. He finds ways to mess things up.
Yeah.
But you want to say the Saints, but they've been struggling too. How's that Jamal Williams side has been? Oh, he ain't really played that much.
Yep. Absolutely, man. So yeah, Breed. Yeah, this, like you said, definitely looking forward to it. Do you got a prediction on the Lions? The Broncos score?
I'm gonna say, might have to say 31-20 Lions.
31-20 Lions.
Yeah.
So that's 51 points. So let's do an over under. So I'm gonna say Over 45. So you going over under. So it's be let's say about 45. So you going over 45. So you say it's be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gonna do the 45, I'm gonna say it'd be under. I believe both teams are both desperately trying to fight for a playoff spot. Um, Lions, they like you said, they just need pretty much if Minnesota loses, and they need some. Even Minnesota lose. That's one caveat. If Lions win, they just need a Seattle loss, or like you said, if Rams lose, Lions in the playoffs. Lions in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give my score. I'll say I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna go 21. I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go 22. I'm gonna go 22-15. I'm gonna go 22-15. I just have a feeling it might be one of those weird scores. I'll
Yeah.
say 22-15. I say it's the Lions win by a touchdown. Um, yeah, I just feel it's going to be a low scoring game. So
Huh?
Lions, like I said, it's going to win by 7, but they got to get some generate some pass rush. They cannot have drive killers. They
Mm-hmm.
they got to quit turning the football over. They got to take care of that football. And our crowd is going to be behind us. They This is a big Saturday night game. Our crowd is going to be there. Bree, I know you're going to be down there.
Absolutely.
Um, be down there and stuff. So definitely looking forward to that, man. Definitely looking forward. Saturday night on 8:15 NFL Network. You make sure again check it out, man. If you don't have NFL Network, it might be showing it on Fox. It might show it on ABC on our local station. So just be sure to be on the lookout, man. This is a huge game for the Detroit Lions, man, to go out there and take care of business, man. To hopefully come out with the W, to go 10-4, and possibly clinch a playoff berth or by the weekend. So we can say, hey, the Lions are going to the playoffs. Hey, this is the next step is let's get this division title. This is
Mhm.
something we haven't had in 30 years. Let's go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
So
Take advantage of it. Take advantage of all these opportunities when you can. You have to.
absolutely.
These next
Abs-
game, all 4 of these games is huge with this seeding because you never know what can happen. Never know what can happen. You might there might be a scenario where we finish the season and play against the Rams. We playing against Matthew Stafford at home. You never know.
Yep.
That would really be something.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. But yeah, yes. So Bree, man. I think we had a great show today, man.
Yeah,
Have
good
a great
show.
show. Great show today, man. Listen, man. I want to give a couple of shout outs right quick, man. I want to give a shout out to, like you said, our guy Nomus J. He wasn't able to be with us today. Hope he's feeling better. I want to give a shout out to, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to have an opportunity to talk with Bears Country podcast today. Definitely, we're more likely might, be on their show. It's either, I believe it's tomorrow, Breed, or is it possibly, some of the next.
Yeah, we could possibly get a segment going with them tomorrow, depending. I know they have a guest to come on, but we possibly could have a segment. We may be able to get on. So, tune in for that. But we'll definitely have them on a future show on the XP for sure. We'll just
Absolutely.
gotta come with a particular date. But
Absolutely.
yeah, but shout outs to them, man. Shout out to Foster, PJ, Shorty, Walt, all those guys involved in there, man. They got a good podcast going on, man. They talk about Bears content. So, and they just recently had former Bear, former Lion, Eric Kramer on their show.
That's
So
it.
it's cool.
Absolutely, man.
Cool.
And also too, man, I definitely want to give a shout out to Rolling with FD, man. Bree was on that show. Yeah, FD yesterday. Make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to FD. Rolling with FD.
Yes, sir.
It was a great show. I watched most of it. Oh man, it was a great show you and FD had, man. So definitely, man. So make sure y'all give him a shout out, man. We also want to give a shout out to our guys, man. Want to give a shout out to On 16. Definitely want to give a shout out to, Man Beast and Dante, those guys. Want to give a shout out to Dynasty Sports Network, Culture Boy Juan and Kaz, King, Big Willie Styles, and
Still
Big A.
Dunks.
Yeah. Got them dunks? Guess who decided to be on the chat? Look at this. That's who decided to be on the chat. No, Miss J. Oh, no, Miss J.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, he's probably somewhere eating his cheeses somewhere in his Modelo.
Modelo.
Yeah, he's somewhere doing that. So
over there close somewhere at the computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't see the other day he out there playing his game on Twitch, whatever. Like this guy. That's it. This guy, no. Yeah, how many dunks you got? How many dunks you got? Yeah,
they got.
Absolutely.
Welcome home, fam.
Yep, welcome home, fam. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Jay Will. Shout out to Jay Will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, it's definitely, man. So, Bree, final thoughts, man, before we get on out of here.
Yeah. Best definitely, man. Shout out to the Nostradamus, man. Shout out to everybody that's looking at the show, supporting us and everything like that, man. Definitely shout out to the Bears Country podcast. Shout out to FD. Shout out to just being a Detroit fan and just being a podcast creator in the state of Michigan, man. Shout out to Maniac Tim, the DSN, just everybody. And I got to give a shout out to Chris Howard. Chris Howard is doing a autograph signing in Toledo this Sunday. It's going to be him and Anthony Thomas, and then they're going to have Fitzgerald Toussaint, and they're going to have another player there that day. So it's going to be between 12 and 2. I know Chris is going to be there from 12 to 2. And then, the other guy, him and Anthony Thomas is going to be there from 12 to 2. And then Toussaint, and it's another player that's going to be there from 2 to 4. So definitely show support to Chris Howard. I'm definitely going to try to be there on that Sunday just to show my support to him. And, for him being on the show and everything. So definitely got to do that. Definitely, I want to give unfortunately, had a passing in the celebrity world yesterday, man. R.I.P. to Andre Brown. Unfortunately, the actor, he passed away yesterday, man. He's been in a lot of films like Glory and 1,000 Black Men Named George, Get on the Bus, and a lot of classic movies, man. So special R.I.P. to him. Yeah. But yeah, definitely Lions gonna get this victory. Pistons, we know they struggling, but still support them. Support all the Detroit teams, man. Support them. Just keep your heads up. And everybody out here who got a dream and everything, man, just stick with it. Just stick with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That was a
shout out to me wearing this throwback Adrian Peterson jersey.
There you go. There you go.
Yes,
there
sir.
You go.
AP.
Hey, sir. Final thoughts, man. I want I want to say, man, to rest in peace to Frank Wycheck.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Frank Wycheck passed away a few days ago, Saturday. Heartbreaking loss for the him and his family, the Titans family, Tennessee Titans family, which he was part of that play. You know, the Kevin Dyson, um, the miracle at the I can't remember the name right now, but it's also always come in mind.
Music City Miracle.
Yes, right, Music City Miracle. So Frank Whitecheck, man, rest in peace, man. And you know, it was just heartbreaking just to hear the news about that. So but yeah, final thoughts, man. Um it's a team I know we ain't talked about. Michigan State basketball. I'm not talking women's. Women's been doing very well. Men's. I'm gonna say this. I know it's early in this season. I'm gonna say this. Get your shit together. Get it together. You're better than that. Tom Izzo, I believe in you. I know you'll get this team together. These players, get your shit together. We can't keep it for a free fall. Get it together. You're better than that. You see how the women's are playing with a new coach? How they playing hard? You take a page out their book. Michigan State men's basketball. Get it together. I'm gonna leave it at that.
And quick.
Lions. Yes. Lions. You got to go out there. You got to play this game like it really, really definitely means something. You want to have a home playoff game, you better go out there and show it. Because you're playing against a team like Denver. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Go out there, take care of the football, score touchdowns. Ben Johnston, open up more plays for J-Mo. Get him more involved. Stretch the field. Attack this Denver's defense. Stop being way too conservative. Stop acting like Jim Harbaugh of U of M with vanilla play calling. Get it together. Get it together. Lions, you are a better team than the Denver Broncos. You should go out there and take care of business. It's going to be a close game. But Lions, you had the opportunity to say we clinched a playoff berth over the weekend. So that's my feelings with the Lions. Pistons. All I can say is I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. I just pray that you get a win. Hopefully you may get a win by the end of the year. If you don't, keep trying, keep pushing. We still gonna support you. But you guys gotta be better. You gotta show better effort. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. This team, this city, these fan base deserve better. It's as simple as that. So, Pistons, keep you in prayers. We'll shout out to the Wings. Wings has been doing pretty well. Should give a shout out to them, man. The Detroit Red Wings, we are watching you as well. You're doing very well. Keeping up the good work. Shout out to Steve Eiserman and those guys. They do very well. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So
special
that's
prayers to Dylan Larkin too, man. He got hurt, so special. Hopefully he gets back well.
yeah, definitely. They definitely need him. Definitely need Dylan Larkin back. But yeah, other than that, those are the final thoughts, man, for the day, man. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to D313XP, man. Follow us on Facebook. Get them likes and subscribes up. You hit that like, hit that notification button on our YouTube channel, man. So we definitely gonna be out here dropping content, so just be on the lookout. Breeze be out there at these games, Lions and Pistons, Michigan State games and stuff. You'll see myself out there as well. Eventually, you'll see Gnome as well. Eventually, just work is kind of coming conflicted with some things, but we'll be out there, man. So make sure y'all do
And I
that.
gotta say this too. Please pray for U of D basketball team too. They haven't won a game all season. Pray for them as well.
Yes,
Please pray for them.
absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. So
What's up, retro
we'll
recap?
recap. Retro in the building, Mr. Baltimore.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Baltimore Raven.
Building, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let's
As that
get
being said, yes, let's get it, man. As that being said, we're gonna be signing out. D313XP. We feeling good, Retro. We feeling good. We want to jump on.
you came on, man. You know we feeling good.
Yeah, we good. We good, brother. We good. Yeah. But yeah, man. As that being said, we gonna sign on out of here. This is your boy DC1. Got breed. We holding it down for Nomus J. Long as he ain't eating all the Cheez-Its and drinking all the Modelo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Laying on his stomach, he good.
Yeah. And his face ain't too close to the camera. Yeah, he good. But other than that, man, D313XP episode 30. Episode 31 will be coming up next week.
Yes, sir.
We out of here. Love, peace, and soul. We out of here.
So